Hello and welcome to Queers and Soaps. I'm back with,
Angel.
and this time we're bringing you some more, well, not really just Erica, but the murder of Zach Grayson. Um, we hardly knew him 'cause we didn't even see him
Didn't see
except in
him.
flashbacks.
I thought there was only one
Tommy,
Zach on the show, but I guess not.
Tommy will roll the credits and we'll chat. All right. So before we get into Zach, I do have a little since this is we covered 1983 Erica storyline. Um I got a little of 1984. I looked up.
Hmm.
Um Apparently Erica got engaged with Mike Roy, which you did
Yep.
mention Mike Roy before. Um and then it says another newcomer who would have a profound impact on Erica's life. Adam Sandler arrived on the or
Adam
Chandler.
Sandler.
Sandler. Adam Sandler.
Adam Sandler. Yes. Yes. The great Adam
Sorry.
Sandler, played by Adam Sandler.
Adam Chandler becomes instantly obsessed with the beautiful and alluring Erica Kane. Adam was the producer of a forthcoming movie, Raising Cain, based on Erica's autobiography, which I
Hmm.
guess was written in 1984, which we missed, which is right now, what I'm reading. Erica finagled a screen test to play herself,
Of course she
of
did.
course, but she was awful. Instead of Erica, Adam hired another actress, Danielle, to play Erica Kane. Meanwhile, Adam secretly plotted to play a role of his own, Erica Kane's husband. To accomplish this, Adam arranged to have Mike Roy sent to Tibet.
Mm.
I, I don't know. I guess because didn't he's the one that wrote books, right?
Yeah, he wrote
The
books,
ghost,
and he
the
wrote.
ghost writer.
He was a ghostwriter, and then
Okay.
he wrote Raising Cain as a ghostwriter.
So it doesn't say they got married. So yeah, they were just engaged, and then he sent them off. With Mike gone, Erica married Adam and moved into the Chandler mansion. Erica grew highly suspicious when she began hearing eerie noises coming from the mansion's west wing. Adam was keeping a closely guarded secret. He had an identical twin brother named
Stewart.
living in the west wing. Um, so that's on that. And then we'll talk a little bit about Zach Grayson. I didn't actually see this until now. I was trying to take some notes. Divorced from Nina, Cliff Warner's troubles continued when his wild, flame-haired sister Linda Warner came to town.
Played by Melissa Leo.
Yeah, I love Melissa
Yeah,
Leo.
I
And The
love her.
Fighter. Did you see The Fighter?
I didn't. I need to see it. She's. I need to see it.
I forget if she won the Oscar for. I think she did win the Oscar for that. And
She did.
watch it. Mark Wahlberg, her. Yeah, it's great. Um, came to town with her low-life boyfriend Chris. Meanwhile, Nina became mesmerized by the phony healing abilities of a new arrival in town, Zach Grayson. Zach was a con artist who used to be a hustler on Locust Street, I
In
guess
Philly.
downtown. I guess so. I mean, the Pine Valley's in PA, right?
Hey, look, Pine Valley's in Pennsylvania on the main line. That makes sense.
Donna knew him from her days on Locust Street. Marion Colby, Liza's mother, began to sleep with Zach. I think a lot of people slept with Zach.
Hmm.
All right, that's all I'll read about that. I think I need then I have another thing with Erica. To test out his wife Erica's affections, Adam faked his own death. I think this was the first, yeah, I guess the first time because if he just came on the scene. Erica had realized she was still in love with Mike, and after Adam's death, got engaged to Mike. When Adam reappeared alive, Erica was furious. If she really wanted a divorce, Adam told Erica she must choose between Adam's fortune and her love for Mike. So she chose Mike. That's all I got with that in 1984, which leads us up to 1985. Almost everyone in Pine Valley, it seemed, had a reason to kill Zach Grayson, the
Hmm.
hustler and con artist who ingratiated himself with and proceeded to blackmail anyone who crossed his path. Zach drugged Nina, propped her unconscious body beside him in bed, and
Ooh.
got Cliff's bad seed sister Linda to snap blackmail photos. Then he tried to sell incriminating images to a curious Cliff. Daisy even slept with Zach in an attempt to recover the damaging photos.
Mm.
Palmer tried to pay Zach off in exchange for the pictures. Zach also took blackmail pictures of Palmer's new wife, Cynthia,
It's
while,
Jane Elliott, isn't it? Yep.
yes, with Ross, who was currently married to Ellen. Um, so yeah, so this is why, so I wanted to read that only because when I started watching this, and you started watching it, we
Hmm.
didn't really know. We missed all these deaths. Like we didn't see the actual deaths except for when you showed me the last one for Kent. And I had seen it and I was like, of course it pops up after we watched all of those edits. So whoever arranged this form of edits started with a list of possible suspects, which it was like
That
a
I
list of,
like that a lot.
I did, but at the same time, do you remember all 30 of them? I'm like, um, yeah. So there's a lot of people, and I guess they took it from the clips that we're watching, it looks
Hmm.
like. So I guess we'll see, all the possible suspects, and which I just read, all of that. So all of those people that I just mentioned are possible suspects.
Yeah.
So yeah, the first 10 minutes we saw were all the list of killers, possible killers. And now we know why Zach Grayson was going to be murdered, or was
Hmm.
murdered because, he was not a very nice person.
Nope.
And this also covers Erica's storyline of her revamping Tempo. And I guess Adam owns it, but made her editor, is what I got from these clips.
Yeah.
And then,
I know Brooke eventually works there.
yeah, Brooke was in these a little bit, but not as much as I would have liked. So I guess
Yeah.
she had her own separate stuff going on,
Hmm.
and this was her side story. Because I know Brooke was used a lot in the 80s.
Hmm.
Um, so go ahead. How about you talk about the first clip that we saw that you texted me right away?
Okay, so immediate reaction was like, okay, so you see this flamed hair Melissa Leo, and
Linda.
her and Nina, who is not played by Taylor Miller, but a look-alike. Okay, I just want to get this out of the way about the actress who plays Nina. Was it just me, or was she just not that good?
What, the one that played Nina in these clips?
In these clips, I don't. There's something about her acting I didn't like it at all. But I did
Really?
like her fight. I did like when she fought Linda. That was the only thing that I really liked her in, and then she kind of got grating and annoying. I'm thinking because she's supposed to play it that way, but I think sometimes she would go a little over the top.
Who are you talking about? Nina?
Nina, yeah,
I love Nina. I was like, in fact, I was thinking the complete opposite. I'm like, the way Nina played this, like, or this Nina, I don't know who this one is or whatever, but like, when she returned, anytime she returned, when I saw her, I was like, who is this chick? And she was like so boring, I felt like. And this Nina, I was like, this is the Nina I would like. Like, I'm like, this girl is hardcore, man. Spit on Linda.
yeah. I like the I was she spat on Linda, and then
Linda
boom,
slapped her or punched her.
punched her, and then
This is a,
they went over the couch.
yeah.
I think
uh,
Linda kicks her in the face. Actually,
Yeah, we got a full-blown cat fight.
a full blown
Better,
like
better than a dynasty cat fight. It was
I
good. It
want to
was
say
like a
it's on the
real fight.
same level. I think it was like Tad and his best friend were fighting it too in the 80s. But
Oh,
I don't know.
I didn't
I
see
don't know
that.
who. Yeah. Oh no. If you find, you need to find it. I think it floats around Twitter every once in a while. Like there's like it's a knockdown drag out fight. I'm like, ooh, wait a minute. These
Oh, I
cat
wonder why.
fights used to be cat fighting. And I
This is
wonder
a
if it was
good
around
one.
the time of Tad the Cat. So I wonder if that was a catalyst for that.
So I don't know if Zach was still alive at this moment because she said something about like Zach and her were gonna live off her money, Nina's
Mhm.
money, because I guess Nina was involved with them somehow. Um, yeah, so I was confused about that. So I don't know if he was alive still. I don't know why nobody gets the deaths of these people. Like maybe they didn't show it, I guess, because it was a murder mystery. But at the same time, yeah, maybe it's shown in like flashbacks because we do see a few flashbacks of him.
Yeah.
Um, so Nina's mom, Daisy, might possibly get arrested for something that she felt that she did.
Mhm.
Nina was blaming herself. Again, I read all the things that he did pretty much to her and Daisy and all that jazz. So I guess was Daisy not with Palmer or was she with him in these episodes?
I don't know.
Because
I
Cynthia
noticed.
we mentioned too, and now I'm like
Yeah,
confused.
Cynthia.
I'm
Yeah,
like,
we. Yeah, you did mention that Cynthia was with him.
right. So I'm confused about it. But Palmer and her seem like they're together in these clips.
Hmm.
So we'll have to see. Hopefully, in the next bunch of clips, we see how Cynthia is involved because we did see her at the end of these clips. Um, Tad was on, and he said that he was accused of killing him as well at some point. Um, we hear that Daisy is like booked and going to trial or whatever.
Hmm.
Um, and then she says at the trial that she wanted to kill Zach, but she says she didn't.
Hmm.
And who's the judge?
Tabitha from Passions. Juliet
Juliet
Mills.
Mills
Yep.
herself. I didn't know, I didn't remember she was on that, and I had looked her up multiple times before, and I just must have missed it.
Yeah. I didn't know she was. I didn't know she was even on a soap before Passions.
Yeah, did I? No, she was in a Wonder Woman episode, a really good one, which is when I met her, I had her sign a picture of because she had a picture at the table of her clips of Wonder Woman. I had
Hmm.
to go with that one. Um, I'm more of a Wonder Woman fan than I was of Passion, so I had to go with that.
That makes sense.
Mills also makes appearance in Dynasty at one point.
Hmm.
She's in a few episodes. I think in season 5 and 6, somewhere in there. Yeah, she gets around, but I don't. I'm trying to think of other daytime ones though. Not sure. We'd have to look that up.
Yeah. Also, of
Um,
note, and for anybody who's just yelling at us, yes, she is the sister of Haley Mills, who is from The Parent Trap,
of
and Miss Bliss.
course. Yes, and I met Haley Mills too, and Haley. They were both very nice women. If you ever get a chance to meet them, people, meet them. They're so sweet. Um, Cliff and Nina, I guess, are together in these episodes, right?
I'm thinking they are.
But I don't think they're married. I don't think.
I think they're just dating.
Nina's definitely acting suspicious. She's saying that it's her fault, and she's also acting like she might have killed. I don't know. So the Erica storyline isn't too much, I feel like. Erica and
I just want to
Adam.
I just
Oh
want to
God.
cut in real quick about like when they zoomed in on like the building that Erica was working at. I do believe
Hmm.
that was the Philadelphia Electric Company building in Philadelphia.
Really?
That looked like it because I recognized like the top of it, where like the scroll where it scrolls.
Oh, I didn't notice.
That looked, yeah,
That's
it looked
so
exactly
funny.
like it. I was like, wait a minute, what is Erica doing working at the Philadelphia Electric Company?
That's
I had to
funny.
like rewind it. I was like, wait, that's because like I'm sure they probably were like, okay, we can shoot this, but you just gotta turn off the scroll. So
Right. So Erica mentions that she wants to revamp um Tempo to Adam, and he seems all excited about it. So whatever. I guess because it's keeping her in his life. I don't know if he's still obsessed with her at this point or if he got over it. I don't know what the situation is.
I
With
think it dips. I
that.
think his obsession with her dips in and out at times because like I know they kind of revisited
Yeah.
a form of that in the early '90s.
Yeah, I
With like,
remember that too.
yeah, the infamous like where she remarries him and she's dressed in black.
Yeah, and even like in the thousands, they have a little something in there. Um, I remember. So Olga is still around. Olga was the one woman that got Tad and Jenny in, right? So I was surprised to see her. So I guess yeah, she was recurring, and I guess she was on for a few years. Um, so they go to her, I guess, new office, and she wants to try to make the best magazine and whatever. Um, Unfortunately, I wasn't too into this storyline yet. Like, I just feel like it's
Yeah.
okay. Like, it's just starting out, I guess. I wasn't like I am into the murder mystery.
Oh,
Because
I was into that too, except for the thing I mentioned.
um, so we have a Mr. Payne that's there. I guess he's like the co-editor. And she tells him that she wants to do things her way, and he thinks they're going to lose money and all this stuff. And then he ultimately says, like, my job is with you, whatever. So whatever you want to do,
Hmm.
do your thing, girl. For now.
For
In the
now.
early clip. Daisy and Palmer. So Daisy had mentioned that she came back as Monique. I'm so curious about this storyline. I'm like,
Yeah, I'm
what?
curious about that too. I think I heard a
So,
little bit about it, but not enough to like even like form like what I think it is.
well, do you remember in the last set of clips that we did? Remember I said, I forget, I remember mentioning somebody went to Monique's. I remember mentioning that. And I was confused too because I'm like, I thought that was Daisy. So, yeah, so I was confused with that. And I guess we didn't know any better because I guess so she must have like lost her memory at some point and came back as a Monique somebody. But I'm really into this Daisy. I'm like, I want to know more about her. This is
Yeah,
good stuff. This is good writing for
and
these
Daisy's
people.
Jillian Spencer, right? Who used
Is
to
that
be
her name in
Vicky.
real life?
Yeah,
Okay, I have to look
she was the
people up. I
very
didn't.
first. She was the very first Vicky on One Life to Live.
Oh, she looks like she'd be a good Vicky.
Yeah, she. Yeah,
Good actress. I wonder why she left.
that's a good question.
Um,
Yeah, I want to know that too.
we're gonna
But
do some research because I do usually like to get some, I like to look some actors up and
mhm,
um find out some more about them, which I'll do that with Daisy for sure. And I'll find out some Nina
yeah.
information too. That this Nina that you didn't like that I did.
Well, because like well, I know at this point I think Taylor Miller was on Another World. I forgot the
Oh,
character
okay.
she was playing though. So they had to recast her. But she
Okay.
does come back after so this version of Nina only lasts a year, and then the next version of Nina only lasts a year, and then Taylor Miller comes back. They're able to woo her back.
So Daisy, I guess is not. I guess she got out because she's going to trial, whatever. I guess I don't know if she's out on bail or something. I don't know, but she's out. And she tells Palmer that she wants to flee the country. Um,
Well, no, she's
and
on
I like
trial, so I don't think she's like
that she's not okay. Yeah, I didn't know what how that works.
yeah, she's on trial, but I don't think she's like in jail
But don't
while
you?
in trial. Even though I thought that's what I thought. I thought you would be in jail when you're on trial.
Yeah, I don't know. I'm confused too.
I guess this was a exception to the rule. I
Money
guess.
talks. Palmer is rich.
Yep, exactly. Palmer
I
Cortland.
like. I like that she calls him PC. I wonder if she always did, like as a nickname.
Well, his real name
Um,
is Pete Cooney, which explains
right,
the and what's the guy's? Oh my god, what's his name? Will.
right. And she just claimed him that she didn't kill Zach.
And here comes the
Um,
rain.
and back to Erica. We have Greg is taking pictures of Erica for promos and stuff, and he's into photography and all that.
Hmm.
Um, Marion is on, and she tells rumors about Daisy. Um, Daisy shows up late to court, which I thought she was gonna like flee, but I guess she decided not
Yeah, I
to.
thought so too. I had the same
Yeah,
reaction.
I thought she was gone. The verdict is in, and she's
Guilty.
guilty as charged. Of course, her lawyer man, I don't know if he's a regular or not, but he says he'll appeal it. The judge bails, revokes the bail too.
Hmm.
So she has to go directly to jail. Do not pass go. Do not
And
collect
she can't.
$200.
Yep, she cannot get bail either. Nope, not at
No,
all.
nope.
Boo.
Daisy says her goodbyes to the family. Nina's all upset. She thinks that she's like, hopefully, she won't get the death sentence. I didn't know who the dude was, but I put some dude accuses Palmer of killing Zach. I didn't know who that guy
Yeah,
was.
I didn't know who that was. I wonder if that was a Butler. That's what I
I
assumed it
don't
was.
know. What? His butler?
His Butler, yeah.
Oh, I guess they had that kind of relationship. Um,
I just
Palmer
assumed it was a Butler. I was like, whatever.
Palmer visits Daisy and they just talk a little bit, nothing major. Nina thinks Mrs. Gurney is the help of some sort. I don't know exactly what
Yeah,
she is. Is she
yeah.
a maid?
She's like the help
But
because
is
like
she a
that's
maid or is she like groundskeeper? I don't know exactly what she does.
yeah. I don't know either, but it involves her.
Yeah, Nina is
Yeah,
not happy that because well, Nina thinks that she thinks that she's guilty, but
I
she's
hate when
not. I
that
guess
happens. I hate being accused of something that I didn't do.
well, Nina was even like guilty about it, so I guess Nina's just flipping out.
Yeah,
Um,
and I can understand that because she's upset about her mom and everything like that. So
and she says, "You're fired."
she says, "You're fired."
Yeah. We have this
For like
Jeremy.
2
Oh,
seconds.
yeah, right. Yeah. Jeremy Hunter shows up. Wasn't this the one was he in Loving or was this before Loving
Yes,
or
he
was
was the
during Loving?
statue in Loving. Yes.
So that explains the little
Spoilers for
weird
Loving
flashback.
fans.
Oh, do tell, because I want to watch Loving, but at the same time we don't have a lot of it available, so even my connections don't have it. So what we got is basically what's on YouTube, unless somebody knows of a secret stash of Loving out there. Do tell.
Find it because it's another thing we might cover.
Um, so Jeremy shows up, um, and he did some kind of painting, which all I saw was the hair at first, and I'm like, is it just hair and a blank face? Did you did you see her face?
I
I
did
didn't see it right. Okay.
after a few times I did see that this it was a
In the
painting of
first
Erica.
couple clips or whatever, I didn't really see the face, and I'm like, is it just hair? And she's like fascinated by it. And I'm like, it's just hair. And then when I saw like a close up, I'm like, oh, okay, it's her face too.
It's like, oh, it's
Um,
Erica.
I didn't think it was very good, but whatever.
It was all right.
It was all
It
right.
wasn't anything to write home about. It wasn't anything
Um,
as we can it wasn't anything to write home about as we can what happens later a little later. I don't want to spoil it for.
and I guess Mike like arranged for him to do it for her, and
So I
she's
think
all
Mike
surprised about
died
it.
because they mentioned
Yeah,
didn't
I
he
don't
die?
know.
Yeah, I think they mentioned he died because he's not even anywhere in these clips.
He's not, but remember Adam sent him to Tibet, so I don't know if he died over there.
While it's about
I don't.
yeah,
Yeah, I don't
I
know.
know he
I'll have to look
eventually
it up.
comes back in the late '90s.
Oh, damn. That's a
Yeah,
long time.
yeah. I guess
He found his,
I'm guessing
he
he
found
had
his way home
amnesia.
from Tibet.
Yeah, because at that point Erica was like flip flopping between Jack and him.
Jack and always somebody else. I never was into Jack and Erica. I never was.
See,
I don't know why.
when I was a kid, I was, but I grew to like understand that like
I liked
Demetria
Jack and
was her OTP. That was her
I
OTP too.
liked I liked Jack and Laurel. I liked Erica and a lot of other people, but never I was never into them. We have Myra, who's there, is
Mhm.
Daisy's mom, I guess. I'm not really sure who it
Myra
is.
Murdoch, I think her name is. I remember it being alliteration.
And then I guess her dad. But as she says, she was thinking that Palmer would do it. He's like, I would never do that. I would never let Daisy go down for that.
Hmm.
Jeremy has a flashback. Do you
Now,
recognize the old man in the flashback? I don't know if you're a fan of horror.
He does look familiar.
He is Henry Kane from Poltergeist 2.
Oh,
God is in his holy temple. Now, I never seen this man in anything else, so I was like, Henry Kane? What are you doing here? And he died. I think he died before Poltergeist 2 came out. I think that was a weird thing with the Poltergeist movies.
yeah.
Somebody always died before they came out. Like Poltergeist 1 happened, the sister died, um, got killed by her boyfriend. Then Poltergeist 2 happened, and then Henry Kane had died. Poltergeist 3 happened, and the little girl had died. It was always a
Oh,
weird, yeah, really weird, right?
that's weird.
I know. So yeah, so it's Henry Kane, and I didn't even understand what was happening in this flashback. And he said he was like chosen to go find Erica.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know this storyline. I'm very confused. I don't. But you said what was he in Loving? Is he
A
supposed to be like a
statue.
god?
He played the statue in Loving. The
So I
Loving
guess
fans
it.
will get my joke.
I wonder what the. Yeah, they'll have to explain it to us. Palmer says to Cliff basically to get Nina under control, get her some therapy. He's like, she won't go to therapy, dude. Like,
No, it's the
trying.
80s. You don't go to therapy.
You don't go to therapy. Nobody believes in it. Um, and I guess Nina ran away or something because they're looking for her. Erica questions Jeremy, and she's like, "What's the real reason why you're here?"
Mhm.
I want to know that too. I don't think we find out though. Um, Nina blames Donna for Daisy being in jail. I forget who Donna is. Do you remember? I
Oh
don't know
my
if she
gosh,
says it to
sounds like
somebody.
just yeah, she's like a oh, she's a very memorable character. I know she was involved with Billy Clyde Tuggle. Um, that's a whole
So,
character in and of itself. Uh,
hmm.
he was one of
Yeah,
the first.
I heard
Yeah,
of him. Yeah.
yeah, I know he I think he returns in 1990, 1989, 1990. But
Right.
like she's on the show for a while. I think she used to be a sex worker or prostitute or hooker, whatever we want to call it. It's a whole rainbow of opportunities there.
Well then, I guess that'll be why she blames her. I guess she was involved
Yeah,
with Zach in some way. Um, Palmer is
and then
in
she
his
fell in
feelings.
love. Just kidding. It's like, what?
Palmer is in his feelings about Daisy. Nina apologizes to Mrs. Gurney, so hires her back, I guess.
Shortest
Brooke's
firing
there.
ever.
Brooke is around, but she doesn't really do too much in these clips. Erica is excited. Jeremy is back. Um, and she bitches about everything to Olga, but then she says she feels calm and peaceful. I was like, what is happening? And then we see Jeremy meditating. And in another flashback, he says he owes Mike Roy his life. Um, I'm confused, but is he? I don't know. I don't know. Is Jeremy an angel? I don't know.
He's not an angel. I know for a fact he's not an angel.
Well, he's meditating, and she's feeling okay after she like bits, and I'm
I
like,
think he was
something's
like
going
in the
on.
oh my god, what do they
Witchcraft?
call
Is he
it?
a
Like a
witch?
Buddhist temple? I think it was a Buddhist temple.
I feel like he's doing something to her. Like, I don't know because she's like, she remember she like bitched about all this stuff and like how stressful and everything was, and then she's like, now I feel calm and peaceful. And the next scene, he's like, like, what is happening here? Um, Fans tell us because I want to know what is happening. Maybe it's something that will come. I'm assuming it'll come out, but who knows?
Yeah.
Um, Cliff and Brooke team up and do some investigating on their own to try to find out who the murderer is.
By the way,
Um,
for anybody who doesn't know, Cliff is Jack Abbott today. He's
yes,
not a
he's
doctor, but he definitely played one on TV.
yeah, he's I like him as Cliff. I like him.
I like him too. Yeah.
I kind of like him better than Jack, to be honest with you.
Yeah, I do. I do. I kind of, and then like when I was watching those clips with like him and Brooke, I was one because like I know he leaves in '89 because he starts on Young and the Restless in '89 too.
Right. I
I
guess he
was
wanted to
wondering
move to
like
California.
yeah. So what happened was that he got fired from All My Children. Him and Taylor Miller did, I believe. And Melody Thomas Scott found like had a copy of like one of the magazines that said that he was fired, and they needed a new Jack because Terry Lester was leaving. So she
Terry
goes
Lester
to
was
like, the
so good.
produce. Yeah, she goes to the producers and is like, "I found the perfect Jack. We can
That's
steal him
cool.
from All My Children."
Maybe
Okay,
she
she
watched
didn't
All
say
My
that.
Children. She was a closet All My Children fan.
Hey, look,
It worked out.
you have to have breaks. You have to have breaks during your
Right.
scenes. You got to watch something, right?
Yeah. I like how they brought back the Abbott feud with Victor now. All of a sudden I'm like, dude, this is so beaten to death. Why bother? They made Kyle revert back to his old way. I don't know. YNR needs to get it together. Anywho,
They really do.
that's a different podcast.
I like making fun of it. So, well, I like making fun of GH a little bit more. But us go back to All My Children.
How dare you?
Well, no, not in a bad way. Like like especially with spoiler alert, but not really spoiler alert because it happened on Thursday. Thursday as we were recording this,
Don't
the
talk
whole
about it. Don't
reason.
talk about it.
Yes.
Don't talk about it. I don't want to spoil it. I'm in May.
Oh, never mind that. Then we're not going to spoil it.
I did see some things, but I don't know the whole thing and how it plays out, so I want to wait and see. I like watching all of it. So, um, anywho, Cliff and Brooke are investigating something. So it says I have Linda, his sister died before Zach. So now I'm confused. I'm really confused at
Yeah,
that
I'm
Linda
confused
clip
too. Like
because
I
we
was
haven't
thinking,
seen her since, so she must be
yeah, we haven't
gone.
seen her since the fight.
So I think I don't know where this clip came into play because remember this clip must have been before Zach died, that first clip that we had, and then like the
Mm-hmm.
other stuff is after he died. And for some reason we don't have, some maybe we're missing some stuff.
Yeah.
Because apparently, like I said, she had died, or they mentioned that. And he feels guilty. Brooke wants to see who Zach saw before he died, and they decide to call Mark. Because I guess Mark knows things. I don't know. Nina wants to
He
buy
remembers. Well, he remembers where he was. Like he has an alibi. The night Zach died, but I think they mentioned
and
that the
apparently a good
alibi.
memory.
Yeah, he has a good memory. So he has an alibi, which means he has an alibi for where he was when Zach died. But at the
Right,
same time, he would have known if he saw Ross Chandler, that's who they went to see
right.
that
With his
night.
porn stash.
Yeah, Robert Gentry plays him from he was on Guiding Light.
Yeah, I recognize him from other things too. Um, Nina talks to Palmer and wants to get her mom out of jail. Like you're rich, like get her out. Just pay for it.
You're
Pay
rich.
somebody.
Go, please.
Yeah. Um, Cliff and Brooke question Ross about why he saw Zach that day. He has a flashback of it. He was blackmailing him with the pictures and a and that Ross had slept with his dad's wife, and I guess that's what it was. And his wife is Cynthia. I think that's what we found out from these clips.
Mm-hmm.
So she's involved. I guess she doesn't know. She didn't act like she knew when she was talking to that lady. I don't know who that lady was. Did you get a name?
Wait, the part with the tree, where in
Cynthia.
the
Yeah.
restaurant with that was Marion. Her hair's just different.
No, no. She was talking to
That
the
wasn't
lady.
Marion.
That was not Marion. She did talk to Marion at one point, but at the restaurant there was a lady there that was supposed to go to Australia, which we'll talk about in a second. Let
No, it
me
was Africa. I
get
think it
these
was
down.
Africa. It wasn't Australia. It was
Oh, was it
Africa.
Africa? I know it began with an A. So Zach
Because
threatens Ross.
because the woman mentioned animal like she wound up going somewhere else to like a friend's house and there were animals and there were animals just like there are animals in Africa. It was like kind of like
Right.
a parallel or
Yeah,
something.
I was confused what was happening with that. So hopefully there's more of that in the upcoming episodes.
But it was good to see Jane
Um,
Elliott
yeah, so
in
Zach
those
threatens
clips.
Ross. Cynthia's pic is going to be on every smut magazine in the US, he says. Um, Cliff says open a case with new evidence, like he wants to try to get it open, but I don't know if they can.
Yeah,
Um,
it's just all this is just them saying that like I don't know.
Circumstantial
It
evidence.
wouldn't there wouldn't be reason for that. I don't think.
Yeah. Um, and Ross says that he was alive when he left them, and he
Hmm.
had gone back to get the pictures and kill Zach, but he saw Daisy holding the knife. And I'm like, now that should be a reason. But then Daisy's already in jail, right? So
Yeah,
I don't know. I don't know. Um, so Erica, in the back to the Erica storyline, Erica is hires this girl Dolly, I think her name is, for the magazine.
it's either Dolly or
Um,
Dottie.
is it Dolly or I thought I heard Dolly, but it could be Dottie or
Yeah,
Dolly.
because I know there's a character named Dottie, but
Okay,
I don't know if
maybe
that's
it's
the same.
Dolly.
I don't know if that's the same character that Erica hires or
I'm
not.
sure we'll find out in the upcoming
Yeah,
stuff. Dabney calls Dabney, yeah, that's the name.
Dabney
Calls
Coleman.
Adam. Dabney calls calls Adam with Erica's changes and that she wants in-depth articles and poetry and all this stuff, and Adam seems perturbed by this, which is weird because I felt like he was giving her, letting her do whatever she wanted, so I'm confused.
Yeah, and then you
Um,
hear him say poetry.
yeah, he's like, poetry, what?
What?
Like, why don't they, dude, you let her have the job, let her do her thing. If it doesn't work, then you change it back. You know what I'm saying? Like, I don't get it.
Hmm.
Whatever. Then we have Jane Elliott on, as and some lady. That lady, I don't know who she is. But that
Yeah.
was the lady that talks about Africa. She was supposed to be going to Africa, but she actually went into some cabin or something in the woods. Um, yeah. So back to Erica. Erica wants to put her face on the magazine, kind of like Oprah and Drew Barrymore.
Hmm.
Like their magazines, and they are on every
And
cover.
Martha Stewart.
Martha Stewart. Um, Dabney's like, no, we don't want to do that. You know, it shows like you have a big ego and stuff like that. She's like, I'm a celebrity, dude. Like, I thought you liked celebrity stuff. Like, what's going on? She's like, it's going to be the best-selling issue. Shut up. Um, there's a microphone or with Jane Elliott, who was it, Cynthia, and this lady talk about a hidden microfilm. Don't know what it is.
I think it's in the flowers.
But what is it for? Like, what is happening?
I think it's bugged.
Okay, so it's bugged. Yeah. So, and she says that she was afraid of being exposed, and that's all I got. That's all I think we got for this. And Jane Elliott is playing Cynthia Preston Cortland, from what I looked up.
Yeah, this would have been after
So,
Guiding Light.
yeah, yep. She went from GH to Knots Landing to Guiding Light to All My Children. Like she would, and then Days of Our Lives. Like bam, 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 bam.
Bam, bam, bam. Then she kept
And
going
she
back to
did
days General Hospital, not these early General
well
Hospital.
during her days stint, she did a movie or two and a series with Kate Jackson, my girl, and then went yeah. But yeah. Anything else to add?
Not that I can think of.
All right. We'll wrap this episode up of what are we calling it? All My Children, 1985, Zach's Murder slash Erica Revamps
Takes over
Tempo.
Tempo. Remake Tempo, yep.
Yeah. Um, Thanks for joining us. Follow us on all the socials. Um, we are requesting money. We have some. We're our Venmo is up there. just to help with some behind the scenes thing and help you bring us more soaps. We're covering a lot of stuff. We're working on a lot of stuff behind the scenes. Thanks for joining us today, and have a great week wherever you're at. Bye.
Bye.